Welcome back to Arc Mayor. We're going to continue on with the city on our road to 25,000. We're going to continue on and expand this city all the way down to this way. I recall we wanted to make a road that goes all the way down. We want to expand this industry area. This will become forestry, and all of this will be residential and commercial together. Put in a hospital. We want somewhere that is fairly close to everything. Right here. And then we will put another one on this other side. Can we? Oh, we don't have enough money. So for now, let's start with one. We need to make some more money to add one more wind turbine. Until then, let's just create the roads for this. Looking at the budget here, we don't want to have trucks driving around during the day. What I am going to do here now is to reduce the trash collection during the day. We want to split some of the utilities that the city needs into day and night. Like education, I'll reduce that to let's start with 90. I think as it keeps going on, we might just reduce it some more, but no one's going to school at night. I mean, yes, there are people going to school at night, but it's not everybody. So most of the people will go to school during the day. And the trash, we would like to have the trash primarily collected at night. That isn't trash is collected in the morning in most of the places. But I mean, they start at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. to go through the entire route. It's still a very little town, so I want to push people to try and do this more during the day. So, all right, let's keep on with this. Zoning. One of the reasons I'm having the last house be 3x3 is when you build neighborhoods like that, typically the houses at the ends enjoy a bit more than in the center. They have a lot more space as a backyard, and they're also far away from intersections, which makes them more quiet, and so their value is a lot more. Unless you make just the entire neighborhood a neighborhood of big houses. Also, we want to try and integrate some of the commercial into the neighborhoods. Some small stores here and there. 2 here, 1 here at this intersection. Typically around the intersections is a good spot. And this is it's not a huge building, so I think it should work. Now here, because it's so close to these, let's put just, let's do this. A dot there, a dot there. Because it's in the heart of the neighborhood, and so we don't want huge shopping mall right there in the middle of the neighborhood. All right, how do these look? What is this? Yeah, it's not too bad. Fast food place. Wait, not there and not there. We want to have this area then become a path. We want to create a lot of opportunities for people to be able to walk. take this down to 80 and take this down to 90. So we try and conserve how much electricity we're using at this time. Just before we get to 6,000. When we get to 6,000, we can add another wind turbine and just keep the city green. But what I have noticed also with this is the closer you have these, it reduces the wind strength. But I think here should be fine. Let's add one more. Not too close. So this is what I was saying about dirt roads. They're really dark. Once one of these opens, we can be able to put street lights manually. And also, as the city is expanding, we're going to place tarmac roads where they're needed, not everywhere. I don't think we need to have tarmac everywhere in a city that has 800 people. So we will keep them dirt roads, at least in the beginning. When I've been playing this recently, I didn't like being forced to build because of this demand. And so I would raise the taxes a little bit. So it's a trial and error. So we'll raise it for the residents by just a little bit, a percentage. And we see how people react. If they react very strongly, then we'll bring it down. But I think they should manage. They should be able to manage it. Yeah, I don't like how this is going. So what we will do here, let's get rid of this road as well. To make this one long road. Keep this one going all the way down. No one's complained. We raised the budget by 10% and no one complained. And that's what we're gonna keep doing. Raising the taxes. Because I mean, you know, we need that. We need that. So now, do we need another? Yes, we do. We need another one. I know there's a better way. I know there's a better way of doing that. You just add it. But I like the monotony of treating it like it's a real city. Also, we want to be cautious with this area here. If we're going to make this residential, we have to be cautious with this because this wind power creates a lot of noise, as you can see. And this is the issue also with commercials. Commercials are very noisy. And so you create a bit of a buffer zone where you're going to add trees. And those trees will keep the residential area quiet. This spaces in between here, we will add a lot more trees. And that also creates even more buffer zone from the noise of the commercial area. Some industrial zones, we want to put them also very close to the commercial, but not too much. That would reduce all the driving around because all these three areas need to work. The goods are imported and they come in here and then they go from there to the commercial, and then from the commercial everybody comes over here to buy the things, and that traffic going around, we have to try and minimize it and kind of try and spread it out. There we go. Worthy village, forestry, woo! Woo, good stuff. What do we get? We can do districts, policy, second loan, no loans, district specialization, police, unique buildings. This is nice. We get quite a lot of stuff. But the problem is then we have to spend it. We have to spend it all. Before we do that, let's continue a little bit. Let's expand this. Okay, let's bring this water. All right, let's add a school. So where are we adding a school? We need to put it somewhere that it can reach everybody. But that is the issue with not having any of these intersecting. So we can do a few changes. Extend this and extend this, and then this neighborhood here, we don't want to close it off as well. So we want to create a different way to access this neighborhood. And one way that I'm thinking is either going this way all the way around, but we don't want to break this rock. This is actually a nice spot that we can, it's a good spot that we can keep. So we can look at minerals now. What minerals do we have? Well, we don't really have much. This is fantastic because this was my plan. So we're going to prioritize forestry. Forestry is just, it's self-sustaining. All you need is trees. We can create another entrance for forestry right here. So this here, we can have this be one district. And then another district here. These two are going to be residential. And right here will all be forestry. We want to increase the income from forestry. This is not great. This is uneven. The city looks like it's collapsing right now, but we will recover. As you can see, our revenue is coming up. So we just let it keep going and we don't Panic, even though everybody's complaining. Why are you cutting down the trees? Do we have power here? We do not. It's a little bit far. Let's get to 12,000 and then we can put in a police station. Something that I'm seeing here is this road here should have some continuity. Although we have this one, it will be too close together. I'm trying to figure out where to put this police station. That's going to be fairly central, and at first I'm thinking here. So let's get rid of these houses at this intersection and wait for them to move. I see a house here. Destroy it. This is good. Okay. But how do we want to place it? Because we don't want it to interfere with the road here. Doesn't seem to make a difference. But let's put it on the side of the neighborhood. There we go. Does this map give an orientation? North, south? Do we have a north? No, we do not. I thought I could see which side the sun is rising. Because I wanted to call these by the compass, so East District, West District. But I think we'll change that later as well. In a bit. This is a... feels like a waste of a space. We can get rid of this house and create an attraction right here close to this rock. Let's call it the rock. A lot of times when I've looked at these maps, I don't want to change much. I want to keep some of the things that were already there. It's good to try to not make designs destructive. Oh, wait. The sun is rising that way. So that must be east. Let's call this West Heist. West Square. Because it's not only this square here. We intend to expand all the way that way. This can be west, and this can be east right here. And so the train station can be in the entire east of the area. West, east, north. And so the north can be this lake right here. And we can call it North Lake. Some abandoned buildings. Let's get rid of them. Any abandoned here? No. Just necessity for power. I like to look at these periodically and see what we might need. Do we have death care? We don't. I don't think we're there yet. Fire. We need a fire station. Let's raise this also. See how this does. Once. And then start to expand this right here. So here we're gonna try and keep it uniform. 4 by 5, 4 by 5. Skip those two. And in some of the little spaces we add 1, commercial spot. This industry area is going to need a lot of workers, so, and we're going to create now a nice neighborhood here with the 3x3 that I was talking about. Let's do some policies here. But let's start with only this area. Let's see how that affects our budget. Policy 88. Let's see as it rises. See how it affects our budget. Because if that can help us distribute. Ooh, it is going up. Really going up. How's our power look? It's coming down. So let's take that opportunity to keep adding these. I'm constantly always checking these things to see how we're doing. Overall happiness is down here because they don't have power and they don't have a bunch of other things. Traffic is okay. Noise, very noisy. This area is very noisy. Crime, minimal crime. Now this right here, this is imports, and so we're importing a lot and we want to change that. We always want to increase the exports to be a lot more. So this is good. I like that the exports are a lot, but this is destroying this area. So we might end up changing this at some point to forestry once we have the ability to put trees. Tiny town, tiny town. Access to bigger roads, a fence, a couple of parks, high school. All right, so let's not waste time with this. First thing we need is another wind. So we have added power. So let's satisfy this demand for residential. Let's see how expensive this policy is. It's stuck at 1,000. So if we add more to this district, around the rock, and keep expanding it. Not too close to the turbines. So this is cool. So now we are able to add street lights. $10 a lamp. I like this one. This is now something we can do as we generate some income. This kind of helps you understand a little bit why cities put lights where they do. I'm gonna try and keep them on one side. It is very tedious. I feel like it's helping me understand a little bit about how light behaves. You don't want to put the light too close, because if it's too close, then it's too bright for the residents here. Like this one, gotta move it and put it a little bit further. And the sun is rising, so we have no more opportunity to keep playing around with the lights. But when it gets dark again, we will see how this area, this street will light up really nice, even though it's still a dirt road. Let's keep on with the residential. Another thing is here are the intersections. In some of the intersections, you want to leave some space for fire, police, all of that. Forestry, we'll need a lot more trees. So let's see what's the native trees here. Do we happen to have this one? We do. All right. So let's populate this area. But we want to add some trees. We want to add some trees to the entire city. Specifically here also, because this is forestry, it will help it perform better. But I like to add it by looking at the noise. So we will add the trees as a buffer. So let's start with here. And we can see how this will behave. Leave a path there. And when you use different kinds of trees, it helps buffer better. Different kinds, different heights. It helps keep the noise away from the residents and increase their happiness. If you don't add enough trees, then the noise still spreads around, and so you have to really try and insulate the neighborhoods from the noise completely. And as you add these, you'll see the houses upgrading. Here, we don't really need to worry about the noise. We've created a buffer on all the sides, and actually in between the buildings too. So here we can use this so that we can see how effective we are being. And you don't want to have them too close together because you want to mix the species of trees. Still missing power. Is this too noisy for them? Let's see. No, it's not that bad. For this neighborhood, we want to create a buffer of trees. And we want to make them different sizes. Let's see, what are the tall trees we have in here? This one, this one, this one. These are giant trees. These trees are not native to this environment, but they are perfect for this since they're high enough to block. They look like redwoods. They're giant enough to block the sound that's coming from the wind turbines. But you have to be careful not to be too close, because when you are too close, then you affect the wind. But I don't think we do. The tree height level doesn't reach the turbines. So I think we should be good. As you can see, the sound will be coming down, but it's also coming down through the trees. I did find that adding the grasslands as well, something at the bottom, does help a little bit, but it depends where, it depends what kind of noise it is. If you're near the highway, you can definitely add these, what are they called? Yeah, you can add this vegetation that's a little low, and it does help. Doesn't seem to be helping in this case. Now my question is, since there were animals here, did these animals walk through these trees and come and kill people? That's pretty decent. We've done a good job in shielding this neighborhood here. Now let's take that same concept and keep on here. And this is why you leave some space between the trees, so you can come later and add these others. It seems overwhelming to try and create a wonderful city that has different kinds of trees, and this is one way that I found. You just take one species and you work with it. And just keep adding it. And leave a couple of spaces because you're going to come back and add more. This is a commercial zone, so let's add a few more. But these are little ones, so let's add them closer to the front. We're back to nighttime. Okay, so during the nighttime, let's go to adding the lights again. Oh my god, I think I locked these animals in here. No, they can't leave. You know what? We'll make this into a park. Look at all these people walking in the dark. They look like zombies. They look like zombies. Residential is in high demand. How much are we making from residential? 50%. Damn. Oh, wait. We forgot. We're not adding anything here. But here should be fine. We need another fire station. Where should we put this one? Let's merge this road. With that. And then next we'll do a police station. And then we'll do a hospital. Style of building is a little haphazard because I'm constantly getting ideas about how I could do something. You kind of get too married to one idea. In architecture, you're still an artist, and so you create something and you realize that oh damn it, it's not working. But the architecture part of it is being able to problem solve. So you try and anticipate future problems. One-way streets. I'm thinking about that in advance. Some of these streets will just need to be one way. And that will really help with traffic. Our plan was to keep building this entire area here as the industrial area, and that's going to be the forestry zone. This road can come and meet this major highway here. Citizens will come all the way from this side. They don't need to go on the highway unless maybe they live up here. But actually this we're going to close off and have it be a one-way traffic going out or going in, because we don't want to encourage trucks to come in from here. From here it should be fine. So they would come through here, all the way here, and have some priority roads. This is going to be the feeder. It will come in and supply this entire area. And also it goes all the way to the industrial side. So I'm trying to strategize where to build the next residential zone. I think I would like to do it right here. And it's going to feed the industrial area and also this forestry zone. Commercial zones here. Let's do one massive building here. That should be able to bring us some electricity to this zone here. We have enough power. We might need more. Now that we are here, closer to this edge, we can clean up. Let's call that West District, because all of these are going to be west. West overlook. Because this area is kind of closer to here. It's like overlooking this massive river. And later on, when we are able to get rid of the wind power, we can expand this whole zone to be recreational. You know what I forgot to check? The noise. How noisy is this? Is the electricity connecting? Let's see if it is able to connect without these first houses. We're not able to. Let's build with one more commercial. You know what? Same as before. Right here, we can use for some commercial. Let's see if we need some commercial in between some of the spaces. How's our traffic? This is an issue, so we need these guys coming in and going straight, and those guys going that way. So let's keep on with this forest. Let's add some more trees. Giant redwood. Yes. And how is that noise level? It's well insulated. Since there's a demand for commercial, let's put a couple along this street. Parks, recreation, okay. Our power has gone down. We can add one more. But once we're at the end, that's going to be tricky. We'd have to buy another tile. Perhaps we can get this tile here and separate the power grid. We'll join them later. I think we can have some areas be self-sufficient and not have the entire grid working on one power source. Citizens unhappy, placing parks will provide. Okay, let's give these people a park. This one is good. This one has a playground. We can put this near the school. That's good. Once again, right here, before they come in. Boomtown. We have access to some intersections. Oh, we got this. Awesome. That can be above the water. We can get a lot of good energy from this area. This, as you can see, there's a lot of wind here. Maybe keep this little lake here. What were we doing? Right. Let's continue. All right, let's see. What do we need to add? Oh. Clinic. Where would a clinic fit well here? our original plan was to have one here. Let's prioritize here because this provides service to a lot more people. Fire. Fire, fire. Police. Do we have enough for police? Yes, we do. Let's do here. Again, this one also serves more people. And now let's add some lights to the streets. Let's keep on with this. Adding these lights really gives a perspective. The goal shouldn't just be adding, like increasing the population and following how the game is. I wanted to have this game teach me something and not just play. I recall seeing one project about 10 years ago. They had put the street lights so close to each other, and that was such a waste of money. Let me show an example. I'll delete this later, but imagine right here, they put the street lights so close to each other, like that. That doesn't make any sense. That's a waste, absolute waste. They don't have to be that close. I mean, look at this. This is pretty good. And they're not that close to each other. Sometimes they cross the street, but it would be good. I've also realized that it would be good to try and have them all on one side. That makes it easier for, you know, throwing in cables. Except for intersections. I think intersections should be okay. You know what? We don't need this one here, because that building already has light. Yeah, it is monotonous work, but for some reason, I enjoy it. We still need more power. What's happening? We do. How much is this? Okay. While that's going on and we're trying to get to 12,000, let's add more. Wait, hang on. Before we do that, let's see. Okay. I like to look at this here, outside connections, to see how we are doing. We want to try and export more. Another thing we want to do is make sure that the budget is working properly. So let's cut this even more. Let's do 75. And for this, all the way down, all the way down. At least during the day, let's add it like 75. This one as well, all the way down. 75. Oh, we have access to bosses. Cool. So, before we do that, let's keep on adding these street lamps. All right, people are complaining. Traffic is beginning to build up. This is the first part, and we're going to start using one-way streets. So I don't like this build up here. This is terrible. So we need to make this one way. Go all the way this way and then come back around. Yes. Also, we don't want to encourage this. So this is also going to be a one-way coming in. Because these trucks don't need to go into the residential area. As they come in, all their duties and everything is here, right? They can pile up as much as they want here, but not in the residential area. It's just much better to come straight all the way down. Okay, we see an empty house here. Well, you know what? This is a really long way for them to come, but at least it keeps them away from the residential zones. Let's see, let's check this out. Where are they going? Exporting. Yeah, they're leaving. So they are leaving. Okay, it's nighttime. Let's keep on adding some lamps. Another reason I'm adding these lamps here is that I'm not gonna upgrade these roads for a very long time unless unless it's really needed. Dirt roads are cheaper to build, cheaper to maintain, and so we'll keep them until we reach a substantial population. The game gets really dark at a certain time of the night. I think this is when it's almost daytime. Where the hell are these people going? In the middle of the night? Where are you going? Going to work. Where is work? That is a hell of a walk. We're gonna need some buses in this city. Power demand is going to rise. So we'll wait. And we can add another. We are not getting to 3,000. And that's because we're not expanding as fast. But, you know, I enjoy the journey of slowly building the city. Let's put a little path around the rock. That's looking decent. We're merging this so that this can also be an exit or an entry for the residents who work here to stop this from being the only entrance. abandoned houses. Now let's see how the trees are developed. Okay, it's still not good enough. We need to add more and more and more trees. Look at that, we have a green zone here. This is looking good. I really like the trees here, and we're going to import these into our city. I heard that the palm trees in California are not native. I don't know where they came from. If somebody knows, leave them in the comment, or I could probably look it up. So we're gonna add some palm trees to make this commercial zone look a lot nicer. And the good thing with these palm trees is they're also very good with buffering sound, because all the other trees block the sound from the bottom. These block the sound from the top, and so it creates an even more quiet space. So let's add some of these, and we see how the sound levels go down. Let's do the same here. We're going to keep this a little closed off. We'll keep this blank so we can add a lot of trees here, and that can isolate this zone here, which we're gonna expand this west district. And make this residential as well to handle the demand. Another idea I have right now is to create a bridge that merges this side to the other side. And did you know that with the dirt road, you get a wooden bridge? There we go, that looks good. Come back down on the other side. Okay. Let's get to 3,000, and yeah, and that should be it for today. There's no hospital here. Wait. Why are they going this way? I see. Now we have to force people again to go back that way. abandoned buildings. See how big is this West District? Okay. One last abandoned building. And we're at 3,000. So we're gonna end here and continue next time as we expand to this area here, which I think we will call East Lake, North Lake. Right, that is east because the sun rises in that direction. So west, east, North Lake. So we're going to expand to North Lake and see what we can do to make this an interesting spot. It looks like a heart. That's cool. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.